What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. This one's a really strange one, and big shout out to Matty, who kind of confirmed it in my YouTube comments in my previous video where I talked about this really nice apparel uniform that we got today. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Right, so as I always do when I go through my store stuff and my apparel reviews and things like that, I always talk about how much things are, you know, is it good value for money, is it not, and things like that. And obviously sometimes I don't always add the premium credits to buy the uniform or whatever it is. So I go away, I pause the video, I buy the premium credits, I come back and, you know, we purchase the uniform and we kind of get onto it. And this is the screen obviously that I show when I do this. Now I play on PC. And I just always assumed, and maybe this has been a thing forever, and I'm kind of looking forward to the comments on this video to kind of figure out, is it just because I only play on one platform I've never noticed? Is it always been a thing? Is it more recent? Is it not? Is it different across PlayStation, Xbox and PC? It's definitely going to be interesting to find out. And what Matty said was that it's cheaper for him to buy premium credits on Xbox than it is for me on PC. Now, that is wild to me, absolutely wild. And before I show you the screenshot that he sent me, the reason I think that's absolutely wild is, one, you would just think it would be the same across all platforms. Two, if it was going to be cheaper on any platform, you would assume it was going to be PC because they own the launcher that the game is on. All right, that's a set aside now that the fact that you can get this on Steam, but it's way cheaper, we know this, for them to do it on, you know, Ubisoft Connect because it's their own platform. It literally costs them nothing to do this. So the fact that the premium credits are dearer on PC is absolutely wild to me. We always know that delays, you know, and things like that, and patches and things like that always take 2 weeks to be processed because it comes at a cost with Microsoft. It comes at a cost with Sony. You know, we know there's all sorts of costs involved with things like that. Whereas they could just throw a patch out for PC tomorrow. And yes, all right, they have running costs, they got staff costs, they got development costs. I'm aware of that. But essentially, the bigger picture is it's their own platform. They can do what they want. So let's just show you this screenshot. So you can see here, for instance, the 500 credits is £4.29. You can see that the 1,050 credits is £7.99. So then the pack that I bought was $16.99 at 2,250. Well, let's flip over here. You can see there's a £1 difference. Now, all right, a £1 might not be a huge amount for me in the UK, but in some countries, I'm wondering how big of a gap is this? Like, how wild is this actual gap in reality? Like, so if I kind of minimize that a little bit, you can see here, we'll line them up. So they do line up exactly. So you can see here that, you know, there's 29p, well, 30p difference here. Then there's 59p difference here. Then there's £1. And as it goes up, it's kind of wild, right? Like it gets bigger and bigger. You know, from 39.99, it's a whole extra £2. So it's kind of weird. And you get the same free credits with it. There's no difference there. Like, I just don't understand the logic on this at all. And has it always been like this? Have I missed a trick? I used to play on Xbox, but I kind of switched over and never really went back. Although I did have the intent to go back, I never did, apart from every now and again. I never really bought anything in the shop. So I'm definitely interested to hear what the prices are on PlayStation. Like, are PlayStation prices lining up with the PC version of the game? Do they line up with the Xbox version of the game? I'm assuming they line up with the Xbox version of the game, with them both being console. But I'm just kind of flabbergasted that it's more expensive on PC. Like, we have all these conversations about how pricey some of these costumes are. Like, they're not the cheapest Vanity in the world for a game that has the player base that it does. Like, at the moment now, I would say that probably the majority of the Division 2's player base is loyal, long-term players. Yes, it does have an influx of new players, especially when they do the free weekends and things like that. And I've probably seen more new people recently than I have in a long time with the kind of season renewal and the push that they've done on that. But it's not the cheapest vanity in the world when it comes to games, and for it to be even more expensive because of this, it just seems kind of weird and kind of wild. You would think in a platform where they have less licensing, less restrictions, don't have to rely on a third party, this would be the one that would have that pound discount. This would be the one that would have that, you know, 5% discount or whatever it works out to be. Yeah, all right, it's not a lot. I might be having a little bit of a Christmas whinge for no reason whatsoever. I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake. It just doesn't seem, it doesn't line up in my head, right? And I think that's the main thing that I'm trying to get across. I would think that it would be the opposite way around because of, you know, fees that they have to pay to put it on Microsoft's platform, or fees that they have to pay to put it on Sony's platform, that it might be more expensive. We've seen that in other things before to kind of rationalize what I'm saying. Twitch, for instance, if you use Twitch mobile on iOS and you want to sub to somebody, it actually costs you more because they incorporate the licensing cost from the Apple App Store, you know, in every sub, so they can kind of make that money back. But if you do it on a web page, on a PC or wherever, then it's absolutely fine. Because what actually made me laugh was if you buy it on a web browser on the exact same phone, you can sub for a discounted fee. But if you do it through the actual licensed app from the App Store, you get charged the fee. So, you know, we see this, you know, in other places as well. So, but this just seems the wrong way around. And I just don't understand why we would pay more on PC when it seems like the obvious choice would be that we pay less. Now, what I did also ask, just to kind of confirm, because I have droned on a lot now already, this video is way too long, is that the prices in the store are the same. So like the uniform cost, the apparel costs and things like that, they're the same. It is literally the premium credit cost is the only difference. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I'm going to release it. I already released 2 videos this morning, but I'm going to release this straight away because this is juicy. I cannot wait to find out what PlayStation costs line up with. If there's any other differences in the store, has this been a thing for such a long time? I don't know. So I guess we'll wait to see what the comments say. Thank you so much for watching. Again, have yourselves a Merry Christmas. I'm going to go and have an eggnog. I'm that distressed. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, agents. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe because it's Christmas. Goodbye.